So in the past year, the two most things that I'm most proud of for accomplishing is just making the dean's list every semester and graduating early in December. So completed my bachelor's degree, been pushing for that for 4 years, and I finally achieved it. Since my time here at IUS, I've grown tremendously. Everything I learned in my classes, especially in the sales classes and talking with people, being able to negotiate, sit down and just negotiate and talk with people and different things that I've learned, I've definitely got a lot more comfortable with that, and I feel a lot more prepared going out in the workforce now. And so yes, developed tremendously here at IU Southeast. Having that one-on-one with professors has been phenomenal. Especially one professor that stands out to me is Dr. Kevin Cox. He was a great professor, the one in my sales concentration, the professional selling. I had him for negotiations and sales management, and he was just a phenomenal professor. I just really enjoyed the time I had with him one-on-one. He's kind of like a mentor, and really helped me in a lot of different areas, and I really appreciated that one-on-one I had with him. It had a definite impact on me. So an IU degree to me, it means a lot. For one, it means instant recognition with employers, and it also means high quality education. So to have that behind me when I can walk in and say, hey, I have an IU degree, just having that instant recognition and them knowing that I've got a quality education behind me, that means a lot to me. So the Medallion scholarship, it's meant a lot to me, just like IU Southeast here. Just having that scholarship has tremendously reduced the financial burden of coming here to school. And I look forward to having all my student loans paid off within the near future. I've kept them at a minimum because of the scholarship. So just being able to keep that at a minimum, knowing that I'm not, tens of thousands of dollars in debt over my head, that is a tremendous relief.
I'm just drawn to taking care of people. I love people. When I was younger, I was that kid. If we drove down the street and we saw someone on the side of the road who was poor or didn't have anything, Mom, can I have $5? We gotta do something about this person. They're hungry, And I've always been that person. And so when I see someone that is sick or that is ill, and if I can do something to help them, I want to do it. And what better place is there to do that in the hospital? Because people go in and they're scared. They're terrified. Their life is in your hand. And you want to have someone that truly cares. That's the person that I want to be. And hopefully, when I graduate, I'll be that person. With this scholarship, I don't have to work as much, honestly. And that's really the biggest thing. Trying to work full-time in school, especially in nursing school, it's very difficult. And not even to mention having a family, it just makes it even harder. And the fact that I don't have to pay a lot, really at all, it really helps me. It really does. I think that the more time I have to study, the more time I have with my child, the more time that I can put in with my family, with my church, those are things that are very core to me. They make up who I am. And so not having to work every single day just to pay off my tuition, it allows me time to be people that I love, to be able to take time to study and not have to worry about how am I going to work tomorrow and study for this test I have next week, And so it really opens up a door to kind of relax and say, okay, at least this one thing is taken care of. You don't have to worry about that. So focus on your family, focus on your studies, focus on your church, the things that make up who you are. And with the scholarship, I can do that.
An IU degree means that I can go and teach special education in any school in Indiana, which is where I'm from and where I want to start out teaching. So through student teaching, I've gained an understanding that students that have learning disabilities or emotional disorders have the ability to go to college, but they don't always know about the resources, like the University Disability Center. So I would like, within my career, for them to gain more knowledge about that and maybe even work my way up to that area. I chose special ed because I was in their position at one point, struggling in school, being frustrated, mad because I didn't understand, and I felt like I could help them. I knew I wanted to do a career that would help somebody, and I felt like with special ed I got that opportunity. And I also had an understanding that when they got frustrated or mad, they weren't getting mad at me. Because people always thought that when I was younger, that I was getting mad at them when they were trying to help, but I was really just frustrated that it was hard. So I feel like I just really had an understanding for what some of my students go through, that they're not dumb. They just, sometimes they just learn differently, you know. Because of your donations and your kindness, I'll be able to give it back by working with students who have special needs, and hopefully one day they'll be able to go on and give it back to somebody else. So thank you.
Looking online, looking at the small class sizes, and then looking at the tuition rate compared to other universities in the area, I was like, this is a place that I really need to think about. But once I got here, I never imagined that I would make the friends that I've made, or made those personal connections, not only with my fellow classmates, but with my professors here, and how I know that now that I'm leaving here, I continue to have their support. Well, in the last year, our family has took a hit. Our son had an injury, and then over the summertime, we lost my mother-in-law, who was a huge support system for my family and for myself through all of this. And going through a troubling time like that, and as a mother, you think about, what do I need to do that's best for my family and for my kids? And there was even a time frame that I was thinking that last semester, just putting it off and taking a semester off and making sure we're good at home. And I had quite a few professors that told me not to do that. You know, Dr. Mink and Dr. Singleton and Miss Beard, they were so supportive and told me, hey, don't take time off. You need to do this for you. You've invested this, and we're going to invest in you. And whatever you need, we're there for you. It made me realize that, you know, you're just not a head count when you're in these classes. You know, the teachers value you, and they care about you. And it made me feel like I was a part of a family. And to me, that's more valuable than anything. When May gets here, it's going to be an emotional day. May is going to be that day that I can look back and it's like saying thanks to my husband and my kids. Because going to school was not just something that I had to do. It's something that we did as a family, and they had sacrifices too. And it's going to be a way to say thanks to my support system. People that were there that cheered me on, helped me out in any way. It's going to be a way to say thank you because it's a completion. It's like you're putting that period at the end of the sentence and it's done and it's finished.